So maybe you just started once human, maybe a couple hours in, or maybe you've been playing for a while, but you wanted some ideas for a build that's more than just a box, right? More than just, or maybe you've never even seen the house blueprints tab in here and never thought about any of these or never saw these. But still, you wanted some ideas, and well, you ended up here. Let me show you what I've got. So I enjoy building stuff like this. I have like two other videos from years ago for the Fallout little builds that I did, and I was pretty happy about. But yeah, I just like rolling around the map. Maybe it's just my world, but beyond the people that have played for maybe like a few hours and then dropped the game, it wasn't quite their jam. So you see all the abandoned camps, as well as the carnage from the what was it, like the last patch or two patches ago, where it buggered a bunch of people's uh, camps up. I had spent a bunch of time building a thing, and I figured I'd share it with y'all. So one of the things that makes this a little bit more interesting, hopefully, is the use of these like tri wood foundations for this side here for the stairs, so that the stairs look nice, but also for this side of the house as well, the wood tri foundations to create just something a little different, just something a little bit visually different to break up all the pure 90-degree angles on the house. And then it also comes with a bit of an attic space, which is something of a kitchen and like a bedroom space. And then um, I've reworked like what I had initially a few days ago from where I had initially like a small just balcony space off of this spot here. Instead, since I needed more uh, downstairs or garage balcony space and I needed to cover up the planters, this has just become a full-blown balcony for whatever you might need. Perhaps even more planter space if you wanted to. You could probably just double these up. If you really wanted to, you could probably just slap down more like wood columns. And then where is the thing? You know what I'm trying to get at. Right? You could probably slap down some wood columns and then build some additional cover if you so needed for additional planter boxes down here. No problem, no issue. And then up here would also another option would be to build your defenses up here if you didn't want to build defenses on the outside of the build. Either way, you have options. You have whatever you want. Now, one of the reasons why I haven't completely finished the build, in case you decided to follow, or just from watching this go like, oh, okay, I see how you did that. You just slapped down a bunch of wood foundations and you do a thing and then blah, blah, blah. A couple of things to keep in mind if you want to do this for yourselves. The base garage really does not like the ceilings. So if you try to slap one in there, um, it won't snap in this instance since I have a bunch of these right walls in there, I don't think. But this thing will get in the way of any attempts to put a ceiling over it. It just does not like it. So if you want to cover your garage rather than having your garage out here on its own sort of wood foundations, kind of in the elements, as it were, in the legally distinct radioactive rain, um, yeah, then if you wanted to cover it up, then you have to leave a little space here. It's up to you whether you like that or not. Further down the web tree, uh, there's another garage schematic, wherever it is, wherever it may be. In crafting, the building, yeah, medium garage. Here we are. There are new garage facilities, which then offer larger vehicles. Naturally, I don't imagine the larger garage would be simpatico with this with this setup, but I don't know if you would need to also have the small garage and then the medium garage and then the large garage all simultaneously, or if you can just have one of those garages and then work on them. We'll see. We'll find out. But either way, it's designed with the small garage and then hopefully the medium garage as well in mine down there. Uh, what were some of the other things? Ah, yes, I know. I remember. As you can tell, I'm doing this in a single take because I'm a moron and I don't do this for a living. So, the roof panels are a bit of a pain. Um, if you're trying to build these yourselves and you're, you know, watching this snap everywhere, my advice is try to get under wherever you're trying to build and then try to work it in from there. He is that's not really cooperative. Yeah, no, totally. This is totally gonna work. First try. It's not. It's not work. First try, but that's fine. There we go. Takes a little while, but the roof panels are going to give you trouble. So try to get at eye level or slightly underneath, and that usually works best for me. I had a lot of trouble with these wood left walls, these sort of like corner pieces, to get them in to this spot to make room for an entryway out into the balcony. You don't have to put this here, but if you do want some more balcony space for whatever your heart desires, um, yeah, do note that these are going to be a bit of a pain. But I found that if you get close, if you need to remove the walls themselves and replace them after you've gotten these in, that way these sort of like 45 angle triangular walls will hopefully cooperate a little bit more. What else? Right, down here, I left this part. So the reason why this wall isn't here is that naturally you would want to, before you move on to the second floor, you would want to put all of the walls down, all of the supports. I recommend not putting anything on these wood uh, foundation areas. Try not to put any walls on these until you're finished in its entirety with the second floor. Um, Primary issue is that if you start putting walls here and then you move to the second floor and then start putting in the ceiling tiles want to snap to the walls here. I suppose that should demonstrate what I mean. There we go. So, pop some of these in, and then if you look out here, the wood tri foundations are actually shorter than the full-blown wood foundations. So if I doesn't really show it, but they're shorter in length. So the wall doesn't go out all the way to the edge of the ceilings like they would otherwise if you're just using the normal wood foundations. So you end up being short. And what ends up happening is if I just grab this, I don't know if it'll even snap necessarily because there's all this other stuff to snap to. But what it's going to want to do is it's going to want to snap to the wall, and you can see that it's not flush. I'm so sorry if you have OCD and that bugs the shit out of you. Then this is probably not the build for you. Apologies. But yeah, it ends up being short on this end. And then when you try to put this wood ceilings down, they end up snapping to the shorter wood walls, and it throws everything off. So before, as you're working on your second floor, definitely remove these walls. You could always place them down later. The demolish cost is like 100%. You get back all of the materials when you demolish something. Barring it's at full HP. Is the assumption. Again, I'm operating on a couple of assumptions here. So yeah, there's that. There's a wood wall. Oh, another thing. The floors. I have them all facing the same direction, and with the wood triangles, you have to sort of finagle them to get them all sort of the grain and the wood all kind of looking simpatico. My advice is that before you put anything else down, walls, pillars, the parapets, any of that, make sure all of this is facing the right way if that bugs you. If it doesn't, then just slap them down, do your thing, it'll be faster. But if it does bug you, then make sure you have these all facing the right way before starting to place down walls, because then you start running into the issue of you try to make an edit to one of these things, and it goes, yeah, there's already another object placed on the facility. You can't move that. You gotta look. But yeah, that's that. That's pretty much the build in its entirety, with a few minutes of rambling, unfortunately, for all of you. I will likely just post a zero commentary, zero yap version of this once it's back up to 100%, and then you can see the finished product, which wouldn't look all that much different, to be fair. Some decoration, doors and windows, that type of thing. Anyways, that's it. That's enough for me. I'm done yapping. I hope you had fun with this. I hope you enjoyed this. I am here if you wanted to know. The world opens up over time, yay! And you don't all have to be gathered around the starter area in the wetlands. You can move. So I found a quiet little spot out here at this pond, which I'm calling Lotus Ponds for no discernible reason. Just decided that down here at the pond there's some white lotus, so therefore this is now Lotus Pond. I named it. This is mine. Anyways, this is where I'm at. Yeah, that's it. Hope you all have a good one. Take care.